Hey, Jeff Yenser, vibrant health researcher. Here's another episode of my 21-day Detox Bootcamp. Now, throughout my life, I was exposed to a lot of heavy metals. Started out life getting shots that were preserved with mercury, your standard vaccinations. Went on through life. By the time I was 20, I had 11 amalgam fillings in my mouth. And for a period of time, I did a little research on natural health, and I found out that fish was supposed to be healthy, omega-3 fatty acids and all that good stuff. So I began eating tuna. And what I did not realize was the tuna was contaminated with mercury. And since I've learned to eat Pacific salmon and sardines instead, these are much, much lower in mercury toxicity, and they contain the omega-3 fatty acids that your body needs to be healthy. Anyways, so I went for chelation therapy, and when I did a challenge test, my mercury and lead, believe it or not, I grew up in the area of leaded gasoline as a child. These were off the charts when I was tested. So I did some chelation and had to give it up after a while. Didn't quite do enough chelation to get all that mercury, lead, and cadmium and other stuff out of my system. It was very expensive, over $100 pop, to go to the doctor's office, sit there for 3 hours with an IV in your arm, and got expensive, time-consuming, and it also drained the minerals out of your body. It took out the heavy metals, sure enough, but it took minerals with it. So I continually had to replenish minerals and get minerals by IV in the arm, and it wasn't a whole lot of fun. So anyways, some time went on. Of course, before I did that, I had my fillings removed in my mouth by a dentist who really knew what he was doing. So I have all that out of my mouth. Then I did the chelation. So here I am today, and I'm thinking, okay, I could probably stand to do a little more heavy metal detoxification. So I come across this stuff here, Natural Cellular Defense, and I have to say it slow because it's a tongue twister for me if I try to say it fast. So NCD is what I call it for short. And, according to the information that I read on this, it gets heavy metals like mercury, lead, and others out of your body, and it is particularly keen to latch on to only the toxic metals, so it leaves your beneficial minerals like calcium and so on intact in your body. And so I'm going to try this out for my 21-day detox boot camp. I'll be doing several of these a day, and it's simple. It's under the tongue, about 10 drops or so, a couple times a day. And it sure beats sitting in the doctor's office for 3 hours with a needle stuck up your arm and your pocketbook being drained. And anyhow, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm going to continue to make these videos during the course of my 21-day Detox Bootcamp. There's lots of other things I'd like to share with you, and I want to thank you for watching today. And by the way, a brief disclaimer. Every person is different. What's right for me may not be right for you. So consult with your personal health professional before you try or attempt anything I do. And a special note on the dentist there. The dentist I went to have my mercury fillings taken out, he was a specialist in removing that stuff. I actually had a vacuum hose that sucked mercury vapors out of my mouth as he was operating and drilling, and a rubber dam in the back of my throat, because mercury vapors are released as the fillings are coming out. So that's something to be aware of.